matchup of the night.
Whoop.
And hello, machine. Let's go. Let's get you guys going.
I'm excited. Okay? I'm excited. Woo! Nice one. Nice one. I knew the audio guy hated me.
Oh, well, there you go.
Evidence. Astralis heroic boys. Let's go. Just doing my stretch.
They're running down mid.
Of course they are, gunning it straight into Magic's domain, and they're actually going to fight second mid. This could be a biff. Here we go. Dupree catching two. Just putting my head back on my shoulders. Give me a second. Shush has dinked down to one. Hanging out in the apps. He'd love a heady. Not going to find it. Wouldn't we all, to be honest. And we're going to be seeing a bit more action for this 1 HP gamer. He's got the bomb. He's got the headshot. Dupree's continuing to add a third to his tally. And Shush, just by surviving, has made this round competitive.
Yeah, with the bomb down. Plenty of time here for Astralis to work their way around. Magiska's actually going over towards Banana here, so he can go around the world, come through CT spawn and put the flank on. Smoke has been dropped over towards the apartments. There's no rush just yet. It feels like Shush has a bit of an idea here. You see he's parked his way back over towards that library position.
He's considered it. Yeah,
it's not an easy clear for Magiska either, so keep that in mind because he is coming through library. That'll be the first point of contact now that Refresh has tucked himself in towards pit.
Abracadabra, will he clear his corner? Kind of depends and hinges on Magisk. Dupree working apps, Sip, Boiler, and this is the clear. Will he do it? I don't think he will, you know. Shush! Oh! Really makes a meal of it, but he's found two, both with 1 HP, and the bomb's still idle. They have to commit A. Refresh yet to frag, and it's an easy pickup. They are turning it around. Shush and Refresh conceding early frag. Zip hasn't got the time to run B. No armor on him either. Aim punch is a factor, spots him out. Refresh could lose his head. Instead, they opt for the plant, a smoke to perhaps enable it. Shush should be able to push the gap here. Close the gap, just trying to pull out his Glock, it's over. Big recovery from the heroic boys to get that pistol locked down.
That's the two new boys there as well. So look, they've been in the team for some time now, but to see them picking up a round like that one when the chips were down, great stuff for heroic. And yeah, just not considering that corner right there. And you understand why. You think that they're going to be burrowed down, maybe playing double pit. But they knew the room they had to work with right there, and heroic pick up a nice one. Now, how's your leg?
Yeah, sorry. I got my foot trapped in the chair.
Just as it was getting thrown.
I don't know if people know, but like I can't sit still. So I'm just doing various yoga positions, and I'd opted for a bit of an avant-garde strategy, and I got my shoes stuck in my chair.
It's always very scary being next to Alex, especially in this new setup we have because the mic cable's so short. So when he was trapped, I thought we were going to lose the entire setup right
I just embarrassed myself live on air before the biggest game of the tournament, mate. That's all. That's all I did.
It was a good way to kick it off, you know. We've kind of diffused the situation here for the teams.
I'm super hyped for this, by the way. We haven't really talked about it. Astralis heroic, head-to-head on LAN, plenty of banter, plenty of rivalry, and I do really want to dig my teeth into the fact that this Astralis, I'll be honest, many people considered it, you know, dead on arrival or dead on departure.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it here because things have not been going well whatsoever. This team is, well, the Denmark squad, right?
Yeah,
you have heroic in the server here. They're not considered that whatsoever. Pushing out Banana here. Stown goes down for free. Tried some retake utility right there, but the flash not working. Magisk avoiding it, and now that's a great M4 drop towards top of Banana to be picked on now.
Oh, God, yeah, it came a bit too easy. Smoked off now, contesting mid. They're going to push through this. This is lovely. They won't have any resistance. I spoke too soon. A couple of stray bullets do connect, and actually Tessus has clawed one back. Very short-lived. Looks like Dupree's had the perfect breakfast to start his day off.
Oh, another smoke being dropped out towards top Banana here, and Magisk is still in front of it. So if Tessus continues this crawl forward, he would be in danger, but that magic line drawn in the sand, he will just be standing. Shush in rotation back over towards B. He's going to be here in time.
All right, Tessus. It's predictable. Magisk is low. If he takes first contact, the pre-fire will have to scrap his plan. Smoked off coffins. There's no way for that support to come in from Shush. Dunk down to 25. The M4 does push out, doesn't quite manage the spray. More damage, though, chipping away. And with 15 seconds left, if they don't force this new box fight now, as they found, there should be a safe bomb plant. Uncontestable, unless Dupree walks straight into this domain. That's a nice weapon upgrade for Cadian, and a nice find from Shush. He actually gets two, Chad. We're into a 1v1. Magisk knows where he's coming from. Cadian does have the AK and the advantage in the health department. But it's all too easy for Magisk. That's a huge round from him. 4. He started that off with a great catch onto Stown, and he built upon it into a conversion of the second.
The kills were fantastic, but just the fact he held that top of Banana, the information was Astralis almost from the start of that round. So great stuff there, kicking things off in style. And you need him to show up. He's going to be a big name in this matchup here today.
And nearly another 2v4 though. I mean, we had it in the pistol and now into the second round. Heroic are one frag away from doing it again.
Well, let's see if they're going to force buy back into this one because
This transfer, by the way, blah.
Very good stuff there to keep it competitive, but we're back underway here. And look, it will be that force buy. Scout out for Shush, Eagles for the rest. A little bit of utility around. Banana control being taken again. Shush has been put on notice here. He even hangs around for another fight, so finally dropping on back here. Cadian soloing, trying to one-way with the smoke. More damage done. But they will get Banana control here. All 5 members of Astralis making their way up Banana. The rotation from Heroic miles away at this point.
They just hard commit. It feels like they are. Yeah, look, CT smokes and they just go in. This is such a punish. They got the read. And already Cadian just running out of options, running out of bullets and vision. The entire Astralis squad is already on B, and there's only still the 1 minute mark on that clock. Now that's an interesting CT smoke. I'm not sure how that's going to adjust the battlefield.
I think they're trying to get out to save right here. Maybe just guarding it so Cadian can get away from this Ruins position and hold on to his armor and Deagle as well. And that will be the play. Another smoke towards CT spawn signals that. And the gamble, it didn't pay off, but they're able to hold on to their goodies and play again in that next round. Looks like Shush is hanging around to CT spawn with that scout right now.
Genuine question then, while they save. How did Glaive's statement that we can't be a tier 1 team without an AWPer in our roster land on your eardrums?
Well, look...
Hang on. Maybe there's more to be said about this.
It might be a big fight here.
Oh my god, they just lose it all. It was supposed to be a second bite of the cherry, and they've got nothing to write home about. Cadian 1 consolation frag, but sidearm upgrades and some good final frags there.
Okay, yeah, that one really fell apart. We were painting the picture right there that Heroic were going to get another crack at what they just invested, but obviously the plan wasn't just to throw it away. It was to try and punish their economy and get an exit or two. It hasn't worked that way at all, and now it looks like we will have a bit of a technical code. You can see a player has dropped out of the server, and we can return to that conversation. Look, I think when you consider what has happened to Astralis over the last year, the year plus now, obviously we had the Yugi Snappy situation, we had the 6-man roster, we obviously had more recently Device leaving. Device is such a huge name, and what he did for this team in terms of just filling that role of being not only a superstar, but the AWPer, that was a big part of Astralis' identity. So I think that plays into the conversation with what Glaive is talking about, right? And then to have somebody who, look, has done secondary AWPing in the past, that of Dupree, picking up the AWP. Sure, it's going to be in the short term, a little bit harder to read, but it's not a long-term solution, right? And these conversations, right, probably not the time for us to be getting into them too much right now.
No, but it's certainly something that the fact that that's the in-game leader of this squad is already vocalizing. It's rare to hear Astralis talking about not being able or capable of being the #1.
Yeah, and him himself has picking up the AWP, right? We saw it just the other day when they were taking on FaZe that he was AWPing and actually looking pretty handy with
nice with it.
Yeah, so it's going to be curious to see how this one all pans on out. No Hunden behind the team over there at Heroic, by the way.
Yeah, it's Robbie, right?
Yes, I do believe so. He was with them when they won EPL over Gambit. So Hunden's only been back for a short while. That statement that Heroic put out there, you can read into that however you want. We won't get into too much speculation.
No, but it does seem like, you know, that Cadian even did a little Twitter video, which I took a look at, just talking about what these new names, I think they've got a psychologist and Robbie acts as something similar, more of a support structure as opposed to a tactical support. But both of them are in attendance at IEM Cologne, and I'm just so glad to have Heroic, A, in the player area,
yeah,
and B, competing up against Astralis. We do have a bit of a pause straight after that mismanaged save.
It does look like it's coming out of Astralis here, because you can see all 5 members for Heroic are in the server. I think just as we were panning earlier, one of the Astralis members dropped on out. So hopefully it's a quick little issue. These things tend to happen. You got the new setups, the SSDs, all the goodies. As long as we get these kinks out of the equation early, yeah, we should be good for the remainder.
It was interesting during that veto as well, just to see that Ancient and Vertigo remaining. I mean, what year is this? It's 2021, Alex. You know that. It's just exciting to see that the newest additions to the map pool floated all the way to that final stage. I would have loved an Ancient.
Yeah, that's the thing. Astralis yesterday, I do believe they had Ancient as the 3rd map against FaZe. We didn't actually get to see it because it was a 2-0.
They've shown a willingness.
Yeah, and then when you take a little bit of a look at the Heroic Spirit series, well, they did play Ancient. It was the 3rd and deciding map there, and that one ended in overtime, right? So it has had a little bit of play. I think it was the first game that we did. It was NIP. We saw them against LDLC on Ancient. And, well, that was at the start of the week. But lots of Counter-Strike has been played, and so a lot of Counter-Strike still to go. Just to put the gravitas on this one for everybody playing at home. Not only is this one a big domestic derby, battle, biff, brawl, all that good stuff, the winner of this will end up in the playoffs, right? And then they have to play against Na'Vi to determine that semi-final or quarterfinal spot. But there's a lot on the line here. Now let's just talk through this lower bracket run that could be on the cards if you lose this matchup here. We've just had Vitality go down against Na'Vi. They've dropped to that lower bracket. They will be playing against FaZe tomorrow. Then they will have to play another best of 3. And that best of 3 will be against the winner of Furia versus the loser of this game.
Whoa.
So it's not going to be any easy Counter-Strike to be played if you want to secure yourself a spot in that final 6.
And that is just there's one spot in that lower bracket. I mean, when you look at the amount of names that occupy it, it does kind of blow your mind. Like right now, FaZe, Vitality, Furia, the loser of this, one of those is coming to the playoffs. And this is their chance now. You've got that beautiful opportunity to just guarantee playoffs and then get to pick your poison between the quarters and the semi-final.
Yeah, exactly. You almost get a free crack in that matchup. You know, if you want to try some things with your map pool, obviously you'd love to get straight through to those semis. Playing extra games of Counter-Strike means you have to show more of your playbook. And if you take a look at Astralis so far, they've only played 2 maps, right? We haven't even seen them play Inferno so far in this event. They've only had to play the likes of Dust 2 and Nuke, neither of which are in this series. All right, so whatever they've been working on in the lab coming into this event, you're going to get to see that here. If you take a look, we do have the B-Stream game going on right now as well. That is NIP taking on Virtus Pro. The first map did go in favor of the CIS squad. The second one is happening, and you can actually see that one on your screen here. Perfect. The first map was Ancient. VP won that 16-9. Second, Inferno. That is the choice of VP. So things are not looking good for the Ninjas in Pajamas.
Yeah, and they were the ones that were, you know, I don't want to say hottest prospect, but within Group A, it was one I was expecting to see at least test the likes of G2 as a hot prospect in that upper bracket, but we haven't got to see that head-to-head. NIP thrust to the lowers versus Gambit.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one, right? So Big took down Liquid earlier, so Big are waiting, and they'll play the winner of NIP versus Virtus Pro tomorrow. And the winner of that game will be going through to the playoffs next weekend. But it does look like we are ready to get play back underway here on the main stream. Astralis and Heroic, they've worked out all those aforementioned kinks. And just to surmise, well, Heroic, they won the pistol. Astralis bounced back off of the magic of Magisk. And then Heroic threw away a couple of upgraded pistols here. So it's going to be 4 USPs and the Save Scout. Cadian's actually been donated that one here from Shush. So Shush feeling very generous. Let's see if they can make anything of a round like this. Should be Astralis securing their third.
Should.
Scout shot down mid has actually allowed Stown to push on. He's taken down Dupree. That's a nice opening, but I think the B bomb side, it's open for business, and there shouldn't be too many woes right here. Zipex is isolated. Stown might be able to turn this into a 3-on-5. How long is he going to hide and seek? Tessus has confirmed there are presence on the B bomb site, and the bomb sound does more than just that. Zipex is spotted. He has to worry about all these angles now. They're flanking him too. So, look, Zipex is just keeping them busy right here while that 40 seconds is starting to transpire.
Well, I mean, for Heroic, this has just become a game within the game. This is a mini game of Counter-Strike at a Tier 1 level. It's Hunt the Zipex. Heroic do seem to be whittling away at him one by one, chipping and carving themselves a Mach 10. And there we have it.
You've got to feel a little bit, you know, like Zipex's like, well, I've won the round just with my presence alone right there, but he was screwed the whole time. And hold up, Tessus might be able to put a couple of USP bullets in the back of the head. Magisk is looking great here. 7 kills for him right now. And oh, another freebie there. Refresh running into his demise. Just to note, these players are all playing in the ballroom, so you will be able to hear them yelling at one another, or more so, they'll be able to hear each other yelling at each other.
How is your Danish?
Not great.
No?
No, but I know the tone of smack talk, so...
It's probably slightly less... what's the word that I'm allowed to use on broadcast?
Well,
never mind, I'm just... it's probably not quite like the French.
4 players now heading to Banana here for some control out the gates here for Heroic. They have that Mach 10, the Scout, and the Famous, so their buy doesn't actually look great here.
Whoa, yeah, you can see a big battle of the macro decisions here. Lots of util dumped into Banana, and they're right to do so this time. Heroic trying to contest. The Molly forces them off half wall, and already that battle for half, or rather Banana control, still being fought for by Stown passively, has receded now. Deep smoke keeps them at bay. And a 4-man stack as our initial util starts to be deployed by Astralis.
Yeah, they're going to get Banana control yet again. It's Stown with the biggest gun right here, and he's left with only a smoke to defend in 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. Heroic are hedging towards this top mid control, and they're actually pushing forward here to take some space back. As I say that, the molly lands, and they reconsider their options. The smoke from Stown has now been deployed. We still have about 60 seconds to work with here, so Astralis are in the driver's seat of this one.
Yeah, again, just winning that war. They'll have so much time to not worry about being grey screened upon their finish B. It looks like dupreeh and Glaive might try and manufacture a little bit of a fake, at least maintain those 3 players over on towards the A site. Magiski's already going for an early look and does tag up Tessus. He's got plenty of smokes in the bank account. He's got 3 in play, so if he chooses to at least try and draw out what little remains of the CT util, they can do so.
Yeah, Tessus did just drop his smoke right there just to peer on over. And now with 25 seconds left, they're heading back towards A.
Boom. Here they go. Util flies through the air and refresh. Good find. We'll be able to tuck into Pit. He's a powerful player if he's brought online. Peeking into dupreeh is a bit of a risk, though. They swing into the site. More from refresh. Oh, the impact is felt, and it looks great for Heroic. Shush and Cadian combine as well to neutralize, and it's not even going to be sweat on the brow there. Some weapons to be retrieved, and just the one casualty.
That's actually fantastic considering what they brought in, right? They took the MAC-10 from Zipex, Down and picked up that AK from dupreeh, and Cadian was holding on to that scout from the earlier Force Spy. So they didn't even fully invest, right? They could have upgraded a couple of their purchases there. So the fact that they get it done with this, great stuff out of Heroic in response here. And we didn't think time would be a problem there for Astralis, but the last 20 seconds of the round, things did look a bit flustered. AKs will be back out. Zipex into a MAC-10 again. Definitely some upgrades over there for Heroic now. 3 AKs wielded. Tessus getting aggressive in middle. Couple of warning shots down with that Famus.
That nade is destined for success. He's unable to pull it. Top banana confirmed is under Astralis rule. That's the half-wall smoke, and you had alternative, a safer alternative, as opposed to mantling all the way up.
They're really liking this option here, aren't they?
Yeah, but can I just say, I need to learn that one, because the one where you have to jump on oranges and stare at a pixel, you can die looking like a bit of a plum sometimes.
Oh, this is interesting right now. So now that they've thrown that utility, that's a buffer. They're doing a bit of a swapsy right here. Cadian and Refresh swapping out with Stown and Tessus, who have residual utility.
Oh,
they're changing this up. Very nerdy.
Smart. Yeah, I love it. And now, Astralis have the 60-second mark reached. Bit of contact on B. Stown holds onto his incendiary. He's not falling for any of this smoke and mirrors, and as I say it, smoke is deployed. Quite a deep one.
So that nade still does a decent amount of damage there, but it looks like they're going to pop in towards B. Zipex and dupreeh and Banana now. Cadian and Refresh just cleared top mid, so they're going to rotate over. Refresh should be there in time. Here they come.
Refresh is going loudly down the speedway. They'll know he's coming as well. Tessus with a flash over Nubox. Down might catch it. Does. Still in loads. Tessus, good find. Only 3 hearts beating in Astralis. Can't quite change it there on the peak. Down. Has to drop down. Good control of the spray. It's Cadian that will finish it off. That bomb needs to be planted, and it is, courtesy of Zipex. Magisk. Highest flyer for Astralis so far, and a 2 versus 4 established. It's a wild where they can shape this up nicely. First is provided, claws it back into contention. Zipex is on the hunt. He wants to equalize, and it's Magisk that steps up to the plate. They're doing it, 2 versus 4. Shush neutralizes the threat on Nubox. Doesn't have the smoke, does have the kit, a little bit of time to play with. Zipex just shows a little bit of cheeky leg, and that should be it. Play the time, counting in his head. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, no time. And it's locked down. Astralis, 2 versus 4. Magisk and Zipex come up clutch for a 4th.
Yeah, that's fantastic stuff right there. They're just able to isolate all of those fights. The first one from Stown almost comes for free. Nobody was close enough to look in for a trade right there. And the proactive work of Astralis, able to really just punish Heroic here. Look at the big red button Heroic have hit in response. Double orbs brought out immediately. 1 for Stown, 1 for Cadian. We know that Stown does love bringing out that secondary AWP from time to time. That rotation from Heroic was genius. The timing was great. The utility really helped them there, but still not enough to get through with the round. Take a note right here on Kit Watch. Not a single one in play here for Heroic. So if we get into another one of those post plants, no longer have that 5-second buffer on the defuse. And maybe setting up for a bit of an A piece here. Bubsky selling the banana control. Heavy presence right now as they do throw out some utility top mid, but then rotate back through that chicken pit. So back and forth they go. Astralis looking very fluid here. Now they're working on top banana control. Oh, that flash says they're ready for the AWP.
Yeah, and this tight line. Oh, it's a hard flick to find. Bubsky just elevated on the sandbags, and they're going to punish on this. They want to twist the knife, and it's just Tessus kicking and screaming. Only good for the one. Shouldn't be way back in here. Considering the commitment of Shush and Stown, they're still so far on A. I'm not sure what Refresh's intentions are. Careful there, Soldier. He's got $50 in his back pocket. He'd love to keep all of those goodies.
Well, look where Dupree is right now. Shush has pushed all the way down. Dupree's actually going to be just above him here. So if Stown thinks this is clear, he might lose that AWP. Needs to be careful about the way he plays this. And like Ships in the Night, Dupree and Shush cross one another. And yeah, Stown might go down here.
He's not even going to consider it, considering that's the route Shush just departed from. Oh, they're both there. Oh, a disaster! They lose it all! Dupree does manage it in the end. And Heroic, that's 2 for 2 now on these saves. They've just been punished, and more through their own negligence. Shush just didn't catch it, though. Dupree just slips on past. And that's another brutal, bitter pill to swallow. Astralis not only posting 5 in our opening 7, but taking all of those guns away. They've got very little now.
Yeah, needing to take a timeout here. Heroic have to have a conversation about this. They're looking out of sorts at this point. The fact that they win that pistol in such a great fashion, it was a really rough start to the game, and then losing to Magisk. He had 4 kills with that Galil. It's been looking very, very good for Astralis since.
Oh, that's going to leave a mark.
Now, look, you're not going to see the full purchase just here. The loss bonus going into the next round, 2,900. They can upgrade into some pistols, right? Cadian, if he wants, Stown could get into a P250 at best. So they can stay threatening, but I don't even feel like the weaponry's been a problem. Some of the reads haven't even been a problem. Just in the moments like these right here, Heroic just haven't been switched on enough. Glaive doesn't even have a kill right now, and things are going swimmingly.
It's great to see Magisk, you know, unburdened from leadership. I think he's definitely an individual that thrives when he can just focus on his crosshair, despite having the capabilities, clearly. And I'm sure there's probably a bit of a partnership with Glaive, considering his announcement and inevitable departure for the fancy word that means he's taking a holiday because of a baby. What's that called?
I thought it was maternity leave, but then someone...
Paternity.
Oh.
Paternity, because you didn't birth them.
Ah.
That's the word. Magisk, oh, he's cooked, and that is the opening Heroic dreamed of. They've only got 1 rifle in play. He's put an AK in play as well now for Tessus. A flash and a push. Brave. Tracer fire will be easy to track, and now Heroic, surely they're expecting the response on A.
It's only Refresh over here, and he just has a USP over towards Pit, but they've been held at bay, and
Ow.
Well, Heroic are rotating back on over here, so there's still a minute left on the clock. There's no dramas just yet for Astralis. They're all in this mid-choke point right now, and if Heroic want to clear it, they can.
Yeah, just use a sacrificial lamb in the form of a USP.
But you can see they're not flustered, Astralis. They're now just taking back banana control. Sure, we lost that kill. Sure, we gave up an AK. But we know that you only have these USPs to work with.
Bubsky makes no secret that Top Banana is back under Astralis rule.
Oh, this smoke is actually going to be fantastic. Shush, the fact that he's gone down, I'm not sure how much of a factor that's going to be. The dink is good. Bubsky down to 12. Glaive's grouped up with the team here. Now it will be the B finish, and Heroic are not moving just yet. They're going to be out of position one more time. Astralis, looks like they've got their 6th.
It looks like they've just kind of got the read every time.
Yeah, they're never flustered, right? There was the one round where they ran a little bit late into A, and as I prefaced it at the time, it was against the Scout, the MAC-10, the saved AK. Yeah, just looking way too easy for Astralis so far. That's still very, very early days, only 8 rounds of Counter-Strike played, so we won't get too far ahead of ourselves, and it is Astralis' pick. Keep finding myself wanting to say the Danes. That applies for everybody in the server right now. Got Jakey on the 1s and 2s.
Lovely little bit of camouflage, teamwork. It always reminds me of like proper, what was it called? The musket setups back in the day.
Okay.
Basically, because it took so long to reload, you have 1 man crouching, 1 standing, and then you'd alternate.
Yep. I don't know what that's called.
It had a name.
It definitely had a name.
My brain's clearly not switched on today.
Definitely
Paternity leave, and then the thing that the blunderbusses used to do with the muskets and the stick and the powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the description's there.
Yeah.
I think people, they've got the visual.
Yeah, that's a good start. Oh boy, okay, so Heroic really do want to kind of just shake themselves awake now. They've definitely felt they've had a couple of, I would say, for lack of a better term, tilting rounds already conceded. And they're back in with everything they could possibly desire. A couple of absent flashbangs, that's about it. Shush with a good chance for some early nade damage there, and it is going to chunk away at Glaive. Look how much ground dupreeh has covered early. He might be flashed up early. Glaive's at least posturing to set him up. Shush would be there on the receiving end. He is postured aggressively. And they're up to the half-wall fight. Looks like Heroic want to contest this. Here comes the flash. Molly's perfectly timed. It will isolate Stound's retreat. Sticks around. Molly for the sandbags. They're doing well to try and force him. Stound, though, playing around all of this util. Maintains his presence and that man advantage. Elsewhere.
What? Glaive just got him straight through the smoke right there. He was just spamming through Banana, and now we've got the 4-on-4 situation where Astralis, they can do the exact same they've been doing every round, just play back and forth between top, mid, and Banana. They're back in control of this. They just need to break the mid crossfire of Shush and Refresh.
Glaive's first frag, and it's that wall bang. Pretty strong and potent crossfire here from Heroic. He catches a little glimpse of the toes, baited the shots, and Glaive should have the clear here. He just has to pull the trigger first. Opts not to. Smoke will force him back.
Well, now it's on Cadian. It looks like they're between two mines right now. Glaive just picked up the bomb. Where do they want to end here? dupreeh's end of halls. Magisk's top of Banana. I think it's going to be A. It has to be A. 27 seconds left now. Selling a B fake. That's drawn Shush across. It's a 2-2 split from the CTs. Astralis have this perfect.
This is going to work out wonderfully. Let's see if Refresh and Tessus are made of sterner stuff. Shush is going to get his knife out. It's too obvious. Yeah, they're both charging in. They're committing towards short. Zipex to open up the proceedings. It's actually dupreeh that takes the head off, and that's the end of that. Damn, Astralis, and with a couple of seconds to spare. I mean, this looks like a masterclass in T-side Inferno.
This is what we used to expect from Astralis, right, on the T-side of Inferno. And it's, well, for once upon a time, it was them winning out the utility battles in Banana, but now they're just foregoing it, and they're not even needing to really contest that early. They can take this territory whenever they want. The fact that they lost the early man there, they've lost the early man a couple of times, and it hasn't really seemed to matter too much. They're just staying calm, and they're working as a unit. Holding on to these guns is name of the game again. Cadian has taken down Zipex there.
And if they lose their guns again, Chad.
I think they're going to be fine now. Magix is close towards top Banana. I'm not think he's going to push all the way in there. So yeah, look, they get to hold on to their two weapons. And at least that's something, because that loss bonus has built. And we're finding ourselves in a position where Heroic are now going to have to start getting a little bit desperate. Scoreline 7-2. This is the CT half of Inferno here. You're going to want to walk away with, well, at least 6. And the bomb has gone down time and time again. Just taking a little bit of a look at the round timeline there. It's been 4 rounds in a row that Astralis have been able to win the round through that bomb going down. So flush for cash. Plenty of money for the likes of dupreeh. Magisk has enough as well. Residual for Glaive. Here we go. Maybe a bit of aggression towards Banana. Stound's gone down early one more time.
Oh no, he's going to get another. Tessus is the one to deny. Gobble up my words, but regardless, fully flashed. Bubsky has managed to open up proceedings again. Bombs left at spawn. Looks like they are just going to want to try and show some early presence. Banana. Force that rotate out of Refresh if they can. Currently the sap's set up.
But this is it. It's so calm where you know it doesn't feel that way for Heroic because they have no information. This is it.
Could be Cadian's frag every day of the week. He gets it. That's the return as well from Shush. That's why that setup hurts.
But they still have the forces in the wrong place here. It's a 2-on-1 on the B bomb site. Smoke's going in towards Coffins. Molotov towards New Box. They can push in. If they get the kill onto Tessus here, they can plant.
Yeah, Tessus going to have to bide his time here. His position, being unknown, is his greatest advantage at this point. Oh, and now he strikes. Perfect timing. Just as his teammate draws the attention, Tessus will finish the job. A triple kill for him in total, doubling his frag total, but Heroic now posting a 3rd.
Well, there you go. So we had the exchange early, but it was those 2 kills in apartments that were the difference maker. That one still really felt to me like it could have fallen apart if Tessus didn't do exactly what he did. If he was in the open looking for a bit more info, trying to take a fight there, well, then maybe, just maybe, Astralis could be pulling off another big one. Because remember, Zipex and the likes of Magisk, they won a 2-on-4 situation on a gun round, right? You need to think about these rounds that Astralis have been winning. Here it is, just pivoting late and back underway we go.
Very excited to see.
Down's aggressive down mid here.
Lordy, straight down with the double. That could be round ending just off the back of the flash aggression. Dupree's caught out as well. Shush the babysitter. Keeps him safe, keeps him sound. Zipex tucked on logs. There's no way back in. What are you supposed to do? Glaive's T-side up, doesn't even get a chance to have a go. Makes it clear where he is. Smoke obscures the view. Won't be able to piece together the CT's locations now unless they want to push through it. Or flash through it even. But yeah, Heroic are going to just hedge their bets, play it safe. No need to be particularly aggressive to finish this one. Already the damage is done.
Yeah, the fact that they've been able to evacuate after that aggression without any casualties is fantastic. And now for Astralis, while they do have this T-side AWP, the MAC-10 for Zipex, I'm sure he'd love to upgrade that into something a little bit nicer. Cadian's been pushed forward in this position for a very long time here. And it's not like we talk about T-side AWPing being very difficult, and now we're getting T-side AWPing from the in-game leader. And he's going to know how he wants to apply it, but how much success is he going to have with it?
Yeah, I mean, perhaps this round isn't a fair example either of how he was planning on playing his trade. There was clearly a call and immediately got thrown out the window as Down in the first 10 seconds gets his Nikes on and charges in for the double.
Yeah, that's great though from Heroic, because the way that some of these rounds have gone, I thought they might start shying away and maybe even turtle up a little bit more. But the fact that they have that tenacity, that bite to go for an aggressive maneuver like that, it will put Astralis on notice. And now they're here to play. So maybe just starting with cold feet, but warming into this. Scoreline now will be 7-4. Zipex has been able to upgrade that MAC-10 into an AK, so not looking too shabby here. There's enough money for the likes of Dupree to purchase on into an AK or a Galil. The same thing for Bubsky here, both of them around that 3.8, 3.9 mark. And they are going to do that. We can see the buys coming on through in this first timeout for Astralis. But this is a really pivotal part here of the game. Heroic need to build a bit more of a CT-sided economy here. And we spoke about the fact that they'd be loving at least 6 rounds on this half. Now, if they continue these financial woes, if Astralis are able to keep these rounds close, then Heroic are going to have their backs against the wall for the remainder here. They need to keep it clean. Let's see what type of approach they adopt, because this was last round. Down straight down middle.
They're both just full white screen. Not even a chance to voice their concerns. And Stound's going to be feeling good about that, because it's not like he hasn't been trying aggressive maneuvers, but primarily banana side.
Hasn't been working either.
Just chucking him down mid, and he gets those 2 elusive players. Bubsky's been a real thorn in his side on B side, and I'm sure he feels good to claw one back in the head-to-head. Lots of early util and lots of early map presence, at least from the CTs. They managed to at least lock him out. Deep smoke apparently being disrespected. Bubsky goes through. Good timing on this nade, actually. Oof, Glaive swallows it.
Got this banana control again. Now they're just working on clearing out top sandbags. Boost over the half wall. And just we'll be calling this one clear. This is a very traditional setup here from Heroic. No funny business this time round. Tessus and Stound locking down B.
Welcome to 2021, where your 2 B defenders are both just sitting there with tapping A and D with a smoke in their hand. Look at that.
Bombs down T stairs. Like, Astralis really are in no rush in any of these rounds. We haven't seen a pace change out of them just yet. Front side smoke will be dropped. Oh, and Stound, speculative shots through the smoke, takes down Bubs. He gets some revenge. A number advantage here for Heroic.
Yeah, back up mid. Typical response. Cadian's holding this tight line. This is almost always good for one, regardless of flashbang or not. The boost, though. Cadian struggled with the sandbag side boost. This elevation could catch him. Shadow doesn't piece it together in time. Dupree has poured it straight back into a 4v4. Bogdan's Law still stands. Down, you wouldn't. Just going to nutmeg the smoke, I think, but as he peers that pin pull, that might spur him forward. If Magisk did go for that.
It's only 15 seconds. They don't have time to go for this.
Oh,
they have to save. The clock right now is really Astralis' worst enemy. That one got so weird. Like, the bomb the entire time was down T stairs. So even though they get that kill top mid, they can't accelerate A. They didn't have enough time to get the bomb and go all the way back to B. And Heroic have been gifted a round where they keep the lion's share of their forces alive. So 7-5 right now, and it hasn't even come through needing to eliminate all of the opponents or defuse that bomb. So pretty easy way for Heroic to start clawing together a respectable CT half. Now, is this where we see a pace change coming out of Astralis? Because they still have that AWP, which tells me, no, not going to be a very likely change-up.
Cadian's going to take a little glance down mid.
Going
Down?
against now.
Straight down! Cadian to support him, and again with the double. Glaive, good response. Smoke should guise Cadian's reposition. 3 bodies, in the blink of an eye down. Advantage, though, to Heroic again. They are really managing to pull this straight back into a competitive first half. And TeSeS in the off angle. There should be a first for free. Doesn't get hit by the flash too deep, but Zipex is there. Game on. Plenty of time. Will they commit, though? It's Glaive on the AWP, as you discussed. Not too easy. Great find from Cadian. Baited over by Zipex, but a flick of the wrist, and Cadian locks it down. All too easy. Heroic make it 6, and this is how you get the energy flowing in the right direction.
Yeah, it's starting to get loud now, but it's so weird the way that they're getting this done. Oh, we can't push down Banana because we're running through all their utility and we can't find a frag. How about we just run down mid instead? That's a bit of a mix-up here. And they've gotten away with it multiple times now. So after this great start from Astralis, we're looking at 4 rounds in a row from Heroic to start making this one more than competitive here. Here's the highlights once more. And here we go again, just down to the pistols now. Heroic could even win this half.
All right, Chadney. Starting to believe. They're ahead of the smoke util half wall. Barrel bait from Zipex. Cadian is not pulling the trigger. They're committing, I think. Or at least they might want to. Now Stown flashed off the line. CT smoke, everything indicates they're about to commit B. Magic's across, they are chipped down. If they could deny the plant, and they have certainly made it difficult now. TeSeS, a couple of bullets, needs to reload. He could have that gap closed. Bubsky just the CZ. But they've done a great job here of just delaying it by finding the only first frag out of his weapon, and it's the bomb plan. Or rather, the bomb carrier. Now, Dupree will at least get that one down. Another one for the Astralis tally in that respect. Couldn't be anything more to be said about this one. It's down, confirms our suspicions. 7-7.
Oof, it did not feel like this at all. The scoreline at one point, just to remind everybody playing at home, it was 7-2. Pistol round for Heroic, forced by loss, and that's where the woes really started to begin. You can see that visualized on the right-hand side of your screen. And like I said, Heroic can still win this half. Now, sure, it's not like a double-digit half. It's not a 9-6 where you're feeling like you have that buffer. But still, how this one started, they're going to be feeling confident now, and they've done it in confident ways. They haven't just been necessarily sitting back and letting the game come to them. They've gone passive, and then Astralis have had the clock as the woes. They haven't been reacting in time, and I thought that was actually the benefit of their play style within some of those earlier situations. So here we go. Final gun round of the first half.
Game time, 3 up second mid. Magisk loves that lineup. Where does it go? Just for my own sanity. Okay, we've got 2 going long side.
Oh, they're quick up mid here.
Yeah, this is going to be a very different flavor. Up long, and there's no one there to receive them. The smokes are great. TeSeS actually might be able to contest with the flames. Oh, it's going to do damage. Dupree burning just a little, but across. And so much smoke, so much ammo being unloaded. No one's gone down, though. And wrapping into the A site. The entire Heroic squad are here. And now the smoke fades. They strike. Looking good for the double. Glaive finds them. Now the advantage is back in Astralis' court. Keep him going, though. These trades just relentless. Just like Coinbase. Good from Shush. Needs 2 more. Bubsky, elevated. Could have a chance here. Bomb's running B. If he can isolate this duel, he's not expecting it. Nice find from Astralis. They will take the half just by a Nat's wing. Maintain the advantage. Swap inside. It's time to see if Heroic's T side has got a different flavor.
The most underrated team of this tournament is going to sound really weird, and saying this a year ago would be insane. But I think the most underrated team is actually Astralis. Because even if they lost the device, obviously, to us, I still think they are a force to be reckoned with, and this environment is where they belong. So them playing bad online just after we got the device from them, doesn't really mean that much to me. So I think people are just putting them off as this team who, they're going to have their online results, but I don't think so at all. I definitely see them as a contender for getting into the semi or even the grand final.
They're looking at us in audience, keep telling us what we can do, but here we are, showing them, making them wish they were you. We've heard the most when it comes to this, yeah, every shade of blue, but don't even care what they all say.
The stakes are high here for Astralis Heroic, a Danish derby. We're getting to see the Prince take a shot and a pop at the King. Crown is up for debate, and a spot in the playoffs is on the cards. It started very bleak for Heroic. It looks like they've got their energy flowing, as well as their vocal cords warmed up. They're playing head-to-head here, live from IEM Cologne 2021. We're back to LAN. Thank God we're back to LAN. And an 8-7 half certainly bodes well for a competitive one.
Yeah, Heroic really brought that one back in a big way here. Excited to see what they're able to pull on now in this T half. And the double Julies. Astralis, they are madmen over there. Both of them with head armor, both of them with 30 bullets to unload. dupreeh and Zipex will keep our eyes closely on them.
Now, I know not everyone loves the raid boss description, but I think Zipex and dupreeh definitely would have a large health bar shared between the two of them.
Well, at least there's a couple more chances to at least make some impact with the Julies. We always see these fall flat, but that's a great start. dupreeh onto Cadian. He's down immediately, and now towards top banana into that second set.
Why do I have a feeling this is about to be the Julie round? Zipex, not able to deliver much. Glaive, however, can. Oh, tap away another head. Great control of the USP in the face of adversity and multiple Danes. Bombs across. Bubsky loudly from construction. They've got 3 points of contact here for the retake. This is dreamy. Coming in thick and fast, loud, charging in. dupreeh doesn't catch a glimpse of Shush, lingering in the smoke for now. And now, it's down so low, it's going to have to fall to Shush. Bubsky just waiting for him to overstep the mark. Get greedy, try and equalize. Flash for the swing of his teammate. They know where he is. He looks away. Ouch. Nothing left for Stown. He hasn't got the help. And dupreeh will make it 2 on the Julies.
Yeah, no, that's going to be said through your teeth right there. It's such a crazy purchase. Like, there's been discussions about it. I've seen people talking about it, but we never really see it come to fruition in the server.
The whispers in the hallway is that they dominate in scrims.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Touché, yeah,
you know,
no,
like,
fair play.
Look. It worked here. He's gotten 2 kills. It's all good. But taking a look into the next round of play, this is where we really need to turn our attention, because I can see some AK-47s getting dropped over there. That plant, which they were lucky to get down Heroic, has facilitated a pretty decent-looking force buy. AKs for Teslas and Stown, Deagles for the rest. The buy for Astralis, that mix of rifles and SMGs that we've grown to love. Full banana control granted here out the gates. Zipex and Magisk, they've been able to push all the way down, clear this out. Now they can actually go for that rotation over towards this A site to bolster the forces. Glaive's joined up with Bubsky over towards the long side. Dupree anchoring over towards the pit. And Zipex can be that fourth man to start to cheat on over now. But as that time and utility has subsided, Heroic are working back towards Banana.
Can't really put your AKs first when they're the lion's share of your util. Just off the line. Rotate on its way through Speedway. Magic's just buying time with his own smoke. Oh, and an opportunity goes away from Tessus, just down to 69. Bree lives on.
Almost with the nade as well there. Bubsky was just a little bit shy of copping damage from that. He's going to drop out his smoke towards top Banana. And this pendulum swings back again. So now towards top mid, both of the AK-47s working in unison here to find an opening. And Heroic desperately need it now. Sub 40 seconds.
I think Glaive just had a little look and peek around that corner.
Oh, this is great. Just denying space with U2. Glaive's done a great job there. So much info. They know it's going to be B. Dupree can rotate over, but will he be there in time?
Bubsky wants first contact and great control of the spray. He puts two bodies in the dirt. One of them had the rifle as well. It's been scooped up, no armor on it now. Tessus has a lot to do.
Oh, more damage.
It just hurts. Every bullet through the smoke, and they're not even going to get into the site. Flawless from Astralis on the first challenge from Heroic.
Oh, that was way too easy right there. And Bubsky, if we just take a look at how this guy is playing, he's got the knees up. I know you can't see it there with the economy grab. He's just sitting here, just casually, just chilling out, got the knees up.
That's his
No
knee.
dramas whatsoever, just chilling.
Okay, I thought that was a bait.
No, he's just relaxing, man. You can be relaxed when you're doing stuff like this. Completely denying here the entry from Stown with that AK into the site and pushing Heroic down to just these pistols. We'll be seeing a Deagle make it to a P250, and a single smoke was in play. Look at this.
Three incendiaries from Astralis. Look at the floor. Straight off the break. I guess they know the weapons aren't going to be there. They want to just stop anything fast Banani. They would have cooked them. Medium rare Danish steak.
Mind a steak right now. Getting a bit peckish.
I've had a great steak in Denmark before.
Yeah, what's that restaurant called?
Couldn't tell you. We're not great with it. Our brains aren't fully functional at this point in time.
Oh, we normally do the day shift. All right, well, up mid they come. There's a two-man crossfire here. They're about to walk into the blender.
Yeah, I mean, the only hope they have is that Cadian just hits this one bang. With the Deagle, not going to happen. The multi-kills are in. Cadian does voice something. Good damage from that Deagle. Cadian gives us something to dig our teeth into. Weapons.
Well, they're not going to be able to get these.
Retrieve, not at all. And Zipex, at least his information as to his location. Bubsky's down on mid, and actually Zipex is willing to challenge. It's not an easy shot for Stown. Does whistle one past the ear of Zip. Cadian rejoining the forces as well.
Zipex is just bait here. Walk across mid straight to Bubsky, I dare ya. And he says, yes, please. Stown goes down. Zipex will get it done. They pick up that rifle. And honky-dory for Astralis here. 11-7 is the scoreline. Things are looking very, very good going into this, well, real first gun round of play. Now, one of the things that we loved with Heroic online when they were at their peak, or maybe not even their peak, just one of the quirks within their playstyle is how reactive they can be. And the question was, are they going to have that same conviction on LAN? Are they going to be able to make those calls and follow through within their mid rounds? We're going to get our first look at that right here, right now.
Let's go. Shush. Challenging out, taking some liberties in mid. Dupree could meet him. Oh, and he beheads him. Immediately neutralizes the AWP in mid. He's not quite done. Magic's down two. Shush comes alive into the first gun round.
Yeah, they're going to rush this or they're going to wait. Looks like a bit of a pause here with this top mid control. No need to rush this now with the number advantage for Heroic.
That is spectacular. The pace on that. Astralis haven't opted to gamble yet.
Oh, looks like they're going to push up short side here. We're about to see a fight. They're still going?
Still clearing, and yeah, straight into the crosshair of Cadian. That pause has rewarded them. Zipex can't get out of here. Tagged up to 46, won't be able to retreat. Tessus to punish, and that should be the round. Bomb to be planted. Shush, trying to remember the code.
Tessus is here for this as well. Glaive should be taken down. Ooh, put on notice. Now maybe he might just save it. Looked like he was actually going to go there and have a look for a kill or two, but operating at less than half HP. The AWP have refreshed. It's been picked on up. That'll be dropped across to Cadian, and they finish off the round. Shush should be very happy with himself right there. That's a huge amount of impact. And the call just to stroll up mid and take that fight. Big stuff here from Heroic to get their round on the board. Their first second half of play.
The first, amazing. But the fact you're winning out this duel here, teammate just in the nick of time to support and to give you that peace of mind about the long side.
Yeah, that barrel was spotted, right? So Shush had a little bit of an indication that he could peel on out and look for that frag. But look at this. Glaives actually has an AWP. So does Bubsky. All right, this is going to get interesting. Dupree had it on the first gun round. Now we've got two other... Oh, okay. That's teammate stabbing him in the back. Sorry, mate.
Oh.
Sorry, bud.
Oh, tensions are going to be high. They just look at each other kind of...
Still looking at each other. Eyebrows back and forth there. He didn't mean to do it.
No.
But he still did it.
He did. And Glaive does put the AWP in the feet right out of the gate. It seems Heroic are going to just try and apply that AWP as best they can, at least for the initial engagements on Banana. Glaive hasn't necessarily fallen off either. He's posted up, looking for that fallback. Anyone jumps up, boosts up, and he's aimed it to perfection. Can't quite knock the beret off of the head.
Rotation coming to help him now. Zipex has been called upon. Smokes are coming in, and I think they might push this.
Ready to strike again. Glaive is real nice with it.
Glaive!
3 on the AWP. Oh dear, they're going to be feeling shaken after that one. Jumping straight into the clutches of Magisk as well. What a play from Glaive. He looks so calm. Like, he's floating in the off angles. It's not like he's just holding the line either. He's playing anti, he's dynamic, peeks in off the util.
He was the only guy on the bomb site, right? I said Zipex was rotating in, but they tried to swarm the AWP, knowing that it was potentially, you know, the only man on the bomb site. This is the opening. I don't think you're going to be ready for 2 AWPs. That's not the response you're expecting from Astralis. And it all started with the whole Dupree knifing Magisk situation, and that will be forgotten.
Water under the bridge.
They're all good. They're sitting right next to each other as well, so probably need for a couple of looks there. As the buyback from Heroic is in play, KDM back into the AWP. Ooh, very interesting. Astralis, they're only operating with 1 AWP in the next round of play. They just had 2.
They'll take an AK for their troubles.
Lots of info again. Glaive's going to hang around and back Zipex up here.
Zip is full anti. Oh, turns now. He's blinded. Oh, still pulls the trigger. God, it is a game with nuanced indication. Spots one, fires off the shot. He could get swung on by Pit here. They're trying to apply pressure from multiple angles. Bubsky still thrives. Through flashbangs, through smokes, Astralis still finding these openings. And you can see that that was like the lion's share of the weaponry, the threat. Almost neutralized entirely. Cadian with the big green, down to 20. Not going to be able to find too much impact, at least initially.
You'd hate to think that a save call should be made here, but with only 2,900 as the loss bonus into the next round, at least for Cadian, maybe that is the call. So try and facilitate these deagles, see if they can find some space. Oh, they would need to hit some shots, but it's just looking way too easy. Glaive with another kill. Refresh has been able to walk on in. But look at this, they're more than ready for... Oh, are they ready? Maybe they're not. Glaive is back to Refresh does find the kill, immediately traded there from Bubsky, and now it should just be Cadian with the save. 20 points of health. Backing off out of this one.
Exposed himself to that balcony position, just a little wide on that fight with Glaive. Could very well have maybe even wormed away. Of course, Magisk in pit as well, but Cadian will keep hold of this.
All right, well, this is starting to look very bleak for Heroic now. Astralis are doing fantastic things here. Just how different they look, right? We spoke about it. In this event so far, Astralis have not played this map. They've only played 2. It was Dust 2 and Nuke, right? So we didn't really know how much they had changed, what they'd really been working on coming into this. Land is a completely different beast. I'm sure you've heard us say that more than one time.
Yeah, and we get 3 new looks of Astralis' map pool, of course, with Overpass and Vertigo to follow.
Now you can see here they need to take a timeout. It will be Heroic second just to talk through the options. Looks like Cadian is having a conversation with Stout. I was going to say his right-hand man, but he's on his left.
Leader in the middle as well. Everyone's gone back to the land standard.
I'm trying to think, the only team that I think is doing it differently...
Not Vitality.
Was it G2? Did G2 have Amanek in the middle? I feel like I've got that visual in my brain.
You've done well there.
Look, I've been trying to soak it all in.
Where was Nexa? Yeah, I think he was beside him.
Yeah, so I'm not 100% on that. So someone will let me know on the internet. They always do.
Yeah, but not to be not to be forgotten is that extra element of gameplay that you can look at your teammates' monitors.
Yes.
That is it's super undervalued and a component that, especially when you're a newer player like Refresh, he's going to be probably getting used to that again.
They're just going to get absolutely bullied by this Utsu here, having to drop smoke early. More nades coming on through, so damage done to Katie and Stown as that one lands.
Blave's ready to stand and deliver here. The decoy forces him off the line, that's not bad. Brown covered. Smoke forced out of Astralis, and they look to return to middle. Now dupreeh, equipped with an AWP.
Oh, denied at the door, isn't it?
Signal, yeah.
They don't even have a flash to pop through this, right? Back in the old days when smokes would be top mid like this, you just pop a flash through and try and brute force your way. Smoke's getting lined up here from Shush.
So as it fades, they deploy their own. Try and trade off of one another using their power in numbers. It will be a 5 versus 2 here on A. Smokes start to sail through, and I think dupreeh decides to pull the plug on that, would rather partner up with his teammate, Magisk and dupreeh. Good use of util. Look at that. Completely denied. Completely denied. And look at the rotation straight in. Bubsky's really tucked into the site tight. dupreeh, here's them, and 5 bodies are peeking him. They're trying it. Trying their luck. It's not too bad. Not a bad call at all. Zipex is trying to find an alternate angle. He's found a good control of the spray. 2 for 1 deal. A weapon to help Tessus' project.
Time's a problem here, 15 seconds. They need to get past Glaive, and now.
Yeah, someone's going to have to go first. Glaive found. Great shot out of Tessus. They're low. And can they contest that bomb? Oh, damn, the bomb should go down. Can he cock it? Can't pull it out in time. It's going to be Bubsky with the double, and Astralis running towards this 16 here on their map pick.
That's wild from Bubsky, right? You think about that situation. If he runs in and dies, then it puts Magisk in a situation that's a one-on-one, and he's going to have to work on where possibly that last member could be. But the fact he's run in and got both kills and made it look so easy, it's kind of just shrugged it off. So that could have worked the opposite way there if he went down with a 1-for-1. But Heroic made that one competitive, and on the T half here, when you take a look at that round count, there has only been 1 posted so far. 6 to the good for Astralis on this CT half. Now, this is kind of how the first half started. Heroic started quite slow, and then they warmed into it. Well, running out of time to warm into it now. Gun round in play. Round number 23, and I don't know what the mix-up is going to be. Cadian trying to find a pick and banana with this AWP is flashed in between some mollies.
Look at them, so pushed up, and they still thrive. Heroic. Oh, and Cadian can't even hit the shot. Glaive just wide swings in. That's the trade they needed. Stown provides something to give some hope into round 23. But how many flashed or smoke frags have we seen out of Astralis here on the CT side?
Yeah, they've just been having their way with Heroic here. And the thing is, Heroic aren't getting space to be able to play out these mid-rounds because they've lost so many members before they even get that opportunity. Oh, okay, there you go. Stown's found another kill. Bubsky's down it. Zipex towards the back of the site. He has to deal with 3 players on his lonesome here.
Yeah, good chance. Holds the line. Oh my god, through the flames, he finds them both. Only Refresh now. 6 frags to his name, but can he be the catalyst into a heroic recovery? Emo opts for the pillar. Powerful angle. He'll be able to perhaps even isolate these one-on-ones. It's about when the contact comes. dupreeh with an AWP. It's not ideal. It will likely be dupreeh to crawl, Magisk to trade. First chance. Shots go awry. Magisk's still alive, and he can't quite get the spray down range. That's going to be 15 for Astralis. Yet to break a sweat on this defense.
Yeah, it's been looking really, really good. And just the different looks that we've seen with the weapon purchases and the positions played. Big smile on the face right there. Coach Zonic, the big man in the background. And, well, this could just be it here for map number 1. Not the barn burner that everybody signed up to. That mailing list. Maybe a couple of unsubscribes coming in after this one. But we still have potentially 2 more maps in the series. Overpass coming up next. That was the choice of Heroic. And then the third and final, if we do require it, you can see at the top right of your screen, Vertigo, the decider. What do Heroic have left in the tank here, if anything? AKs are out, Galil for Cadian. Last-ditch attempt.
Down. Just about gets away. Glaive definitely looking to throw some aggression into this banana fight. Bunny hopping away, just about still in the round. 17 points of health. Bubsky, ooh, is he going to be cleared? Refresh. Fresh. doesn't check, and Bubsky will make it 18. Oh, nightmare fuel for Refresh now. He just has to sit, sigh, and listen as these four try and make it work up long. We've seen them get this ground before. Great smoke grenades enables that. But where do you go from here? Bubsky's lingering on the edge of his smoke. He has the support in the form of Magisk. Shush with a flash to set up their push. It does buy them some space. Here they come. Slight gap to work with. Magisk maneuvering around Pit. The bomb already in, so Heroic have gotten into the site, and Tessis has gotten himself a headshot. Barrel spotted. Dupree unable to find it just yet. But here comes the Astralis retake. And it's looking great already. Both of them win their duels. Magisk still in that pit. Still a problem. They line up. Low HP, even lower. And it's down with 3. That is astounding. Maybe even another. Not quite, but it's denied and traded. Cadian pulls the 9th, and they will go again.
Oh, that was so awkward there. The fact that Magisk was alive in pit that entire time, and they were just allowing him to sit and wait for that smoke to fade. That could have just been the complete undoing for Heroic. The inaction made up for by the man on your screen right now, Stown.
Yeah.
Huge stuff.
I mean, it's usually a really bad sign of things to come when you're planting on A and there's still a CT in pit. Yeah, I mean, that's nightmare fuel. He still did manage to cause some problems, Magisk, with his frags, but that was part of the plan from Astralis, excuse me, from Heroic. The smokes were there, just able to ignore that part of the map while they got that bomb down.
Time out here from Astralis just to talk how they can close this one down. And oh, dearie me. VP 13-11 up against NIP. Look at the top right.
Holy moly.
Yeah, this one could be over real quick. And that's the Ninjas in Pajamas. Device knocked out of the tournament. We will not be seeing Device versus Astralis if he loses this one right here. And that's a storyline everybody wants to see.
Yeah, and don't forget Magisk's statement. Reinvigorated, inspired, wanting to prove that Device's departure was the wrong decision. Well, Astralis in pursuit of playoffs here, and already one round away from being up in the series. NIP VP on that B stream.
Look, the double ops again. Glaive's brought out one. This time Dupree has that. Well, I guess Glaive has the secondary. Dupree is doing the lion's share, the primary AWPing. He's posted up towards mid right now. Might be able to catch Cadian. Flashed off the line. Diligent stuff here. Magic's being able to hold on to a bit of extra territory with that balcony boost. Are they going to clear this position? It's a bit awkward.
Oh, lots of chances. Tessus, good find. Dupree still on short, but they start to wrap long.
They love long, don't they?
It's worked for them. Can't fault them. Glaive will be unable to contest, and as I say that, Tessus, just before the smoke pops, is taking it. They're heading CT, and Bubsky's here. They'll have to find him. Good control. Oh. Double from Bubsky. And Heroic now feeling a little hot under the collar. Dupree's posted up for the Cadian hunt. Yeah, spots him. Spotted him. I thought, no, Cadian will get it. And now things will go awry again. The bomb's in under CT rule, and they've got 55 seconds. A bit of a 2v2 wingman here with a whole lot of ramifications. Good fight again from Cadian. Close quarters with the AWP. But Bubsky, quite the angle. You won't see so much impact out of an angle like this. Down nullifies. What is going on?
Oh, that was some kooky stuff right there. And you can see Tassa's having a bit of a giggle about it. Refresh with a smile on his face as well. I swear that Dupree spotted the barrel there. Maybe X-Ray fooling me, because that looked like he had Cadian's number every day of the week. The fact that the bomb, with 50 seconds left on the clock, is literally in CT spawn, it feels like a dream come true for Astralis there. But now, a competitive scoreline mounts, 15-10. And it will just be the pistol upgrade. Actually, it's going to be the Force. Astralis, laid out a spawn, have fully invested here.
Okay, well, they know they've got 5 rounds to find the one. Figure they may as well have a good shot at resistance here.
You can see Shush was expecting not too much head armor. He's gone for a Mac 10. And oh dear, lots of nade damage done. Cadian and Shush immediately chunked on down. They can't be too quick about this, Heroic. They might run into a 3-man B stack.
Smoke exchange.
We've seen a lot of resilience from teams here, bringing games back, keeping them close. It's been a lot of fight.
If there was a team, though, with the tenure to be able to just close out an advantage, there's one name at the tip of my tongue, and it is Astralis. The majority still present. Good timing on the incendiary as well.
Just take a look how many smokes they have left now that we are sub 1 minute. 3 smokes, now 2. Nade through as well. More damage done. Shush, Cadian, Refresh. This time the 3 members to take some damage. And they're all just bottlenecked in mid together right now. Just following each other around like lost puppies.
Yeah, Astralis utility damage. I'm getting some throwbacks here.
Well, now they've pivoted. They're going through apartments. Dupree's up here. The deagle to the belly could be absolutely deadly.
Certainly not the most ideal weapon for the job, but Bubsky knows this
Get
flash.
flashed in.
I swear this timing could be absolutely perfect. Flashed, push, does find one, at least finishes off Shush. They'll know Bubsky was sight from the trajectory, and a nice little dink out of the P250. It is insignificant in the grand scheme. And Heroic just going to clear all their corners. They will find the success in round 26.
Felt like that was going to get out of control, didn't it? That flash could have been absolutely perfect. Like, just everything Astralis did there and keeping them contained, and then the final moment, they almost pivoted into that deagle. Imagine, like, the other option was, if he didn't flash forward, and he sits there and he just gets the deagle bullets in the belly as they run out, you know, maybe he gets a couple more kills.
Yeah, or an alternate reality, of course, Shush has got a Mac 10, he just flies over you and kills you mid-air.
Oh, we've had our detectives out. You know how we were talking about Dupree, maybe seeing the barrel in that previous round from Library? Our detectives, they've been on the case, and we can actually show everybody at home if he did or didn't see that barrel. So let's take a little bit of a look at that one. Bomb is about to go off here in the 11th round, will be secured for Heroic. And here it is. So just so we can see if he... There it is. He definitely caught it. So
maybe he's looking at his
does he think
map?
he's getting baited in? Or I'm not sure. Either way, right, that could have been the round defining and then the game-winning frag right there because it would have just left Stown in a 1-on-3.
Yeah, and Cadian did only get enabled by the fact that Dupree went down.
So just to quickly recount what Astralis have brought forward from that last round. An AK, a Mac 10, and they still have some deagles in the mix here, right? So the fact that they've been able to keep this next round of play, round number 27, pretty dangerous. Let's see how Heroic are able to maneuver around this. Banana control once more, triple nades top Banana, and just, well, he does not take a lick of damage.
Oh boy, and he swings straight out to try and control the spray. He will get away. Needs a fresh mag, he just goes straight back into it. And Heroic with 2. Tessus will fall. And now, with the deagles both filling the feed, a bit of a problem. Heroic was supposed to have an man advantage at the bare minimum. Now they're the ones looking low.
Well, they have to go, and now, right, because Bubsky's rotating over. If they stall this one out for too long, Heroic might just...
It's flustered.
Rough spot, yeah. Dupree's even locking the door here. Oh, dearie me. Dupree coming through the chicken pit.
This could be it, man. Astralis to finish off. They started so strongly here on the defense, and he's tucked in tight. They won't clear it. They won't clear it. All the backs will be turned. Dupree to strike his deagle. Bangs! This time does eventually knock him in the back of the head. It's shushed down. They surge forward. Trying to contest on short is Bubsky. Refresh doesn't clear it. Bomb's loose, and it's all onto Cadian. With just 15 points of health, there should be no way. Astralis to take their map pick. It's Zipex to lock it down. And the first of the derby goes the way of Astralis to the stars. One away from the playoffs. Heroic to recover. Overpass next, as well as that analyst desk.